Hey guys, so still the third week of spring here. As you know, with all my hives, I'm currently going through them looking for AFB. So this is the red hive, which is the old nucleus hive, which was put in a new box about 4 weeks ago. So I'm going to quickly go through this one and have a look. So we're going to get straight into it. So first frame is plastic frame, no good. Probably replace that at some point. This second frame, as you can see, really good brood pattern, plenty of new white wax. So they've been building up pretty quickly over the last 4 weeks. They've also got some honey stores, which is pretty good. Population's good. And as you can see, it's all new hardware. So new box, new frames, new foundation. They've made some new wax. Now this one's basically the same, good amount of honey on this side and also on the other side. Not a lot of eggs in there. I can't see any eggs. Perhaps you can. So yeah, these guys are doing all right. So here we've got a little bit of patchy brood. Now when I look at for AFB, like my other videos, which they'll end eventually, but I've just got to get them out, you know. So what we're going to do is have a good look. This one here has got some drone brood on it. So it's got a lot of drone brood on that top left-hand side, the raised cells, and again on this side as well. Now, that doesn't necessarily indicate swarming. It can indicate swarming, but we're only just started spring, so some hives have to make drones, and it just happens to be this one. So this frame here is the old centre one. I really like the way the older cappings look a bit darker, and these new ones over here look a bit lighter. So the ones on the right are probably about maybe 7 or 8 days old, and the ones on the left are probably 15 days old. And again here, good brood pattern. So it doesn't look like these guys have got AFB. There's no real perforations in the cells or sunken cells, and the ones that are empty have been relaid, so they're probably hatched. And again here, this is a pretty good looking comb, this one. It's got quite uniformed in shape and in cell size. So yeah, it looks really good. And this next frame as well. So here we're at the moment is at 4 frames of brood. So we're going okay. A bit of pollen in this one. It's 5. This is the 5th frame of brood. But yeah, white wax at the top. I've put a top box on this hive, but they haven't actually done anything with it. So I'm just going to shake these off, have a bit of a look. It's a good way to see exactly what's going on with your brood if you shake it off. And it looks like there's a cell that is a little bit perforated. So what I might do is I'll just grab a stick quickly, poke it in the cell, give it a little bit of a stir, and see if it comes out wet or dry. If it comes out dry, there's no real issues. So let's see. Oh, yeah, that's good. So come out dry. The wet ones are potentially AFB. If they come out stringy, that can be AFB. The AFB disease attaches to the proteins in the larvae and joins them together and therefore makes them stringy. But this hive looks really good. You know, really, really good brood pattern. The capping colour is really, really good. The bees look happy. They're not agitated. You'll probably notice with all my videos, it's not very often I actually look for the queens. I sort of know when I've got a queen based on the eggs. And if I haven't got a queen, I think I'm not too worried. Now this frame here looks like it's basically just bees. Doesn't look like a lot of action. A little bit of larvae and a couple of cap cells on this side and a few eggs. But what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to shake this off so I can have a better look. Wow, so that's a different story. So now here we can see perfect egg pattern. So those bees were covering up these eggs, and over here we've got really lovely juicy larvae. That's a happy sight. So yeah, I think these guys are doing pretty well. So it looks like it's basically, apart from that black plastic frame, it's a full box of brood. So that's 7 frames of capped and uncapped brood, and where there's not capped brood, there's eggs, larvae, and bees. So I think it's probably a good time to have that top box on these guys. And, you know, being that we're just started spring, this will be a really good hive to watch. So I'll shuffle these frames across and close them up. So this will be the second last video in this sort of mini series of checking for AFB. I've got one more hive to do. I'm not sure if I'll throw a video up, but I may. So yeah, we've basically at this present point looks like we've come across with no AFB. And as usual, smokers never stay lit, so I'll give it a bit of a poke, give it a few puffs, and what do you know, she starts up again. I don't have a lot of trouble with my smokers. I tend to stuff them quite well with dry grass and get them going at the start, so they might die off a little bit, but they always come back. So I'll pop this queen excluder on, pop the top box back on and the lid, and get on to the next hive. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like our videos, please subscribe or even throw us a comment, questions, whatever. I'm not a professional beekeeper. I'm just a guy with beehives. I read a lot though, so I'm happy to have a chat if you want to have a chat.